Are there any rules for negotiation and divorce? There's so much that lies in that question. When you're in the midst of negotiating or navigating a divorce and you're trying to come up with settlement ideas, it is rarely a linear process. It's naturally frustrating because there are surprises and retrenchments, misunderstandings, and false starts all along the way. And what's true for you is probably true for your spouse. Your perspective is your reality, and it colors all of the negotiations. As a divorce financial expert with over 25 years of experience, I describe tips and mistakes of how to negotiate in divorce in my book, Money and Divorce. But today, my client asked me an interesting question. Are there any rules for negotiations in divorce? So let me share with you two stories where this came to a head for me. The first story is about a couple who physically separated about a year ago. They lived separate lives for the year. They disentangled themselves financially. They had a verbal agreement in place. And after a year, they decided to divorce. One spouse firmly believes they have an agreement in place that simply needs to be memorialized in a legal agreement. And the other spouse is now willing to reopen all negotiations and start fresh. So, apart from legal counsel, is a verbal agreement a bona fide agreement? Does it stand the test of time? Will it be honored? What if one spouse feels as if they didn't know what their rights were and their needs and circumstances changed during that year? Is the other spouse correct in sensing a huge sense of betrayal in this, of being undermined for what she or he gave up at that point? Can it be solved? Of course it can be solved, because creatively, as a financial neutral or an advocate, that's my job, is to present the creative structuring and strategies that allow both of them to have compromises. Let me share with you the second story. I spent 1 year with a couple mediating and negotiating a memorandum of understanding on the financial issues. It was exquisitely tailored to their personal needs. It had creative ideas in it that met both their interests and their needs. And it was sustainable as a long-term arrangement. So they took it to an attorney mediator to have it drafted into a legal agreement. Both of us, the attorney mediator and myself, over and over emphasized the importance, the urgency of having legal counsel review it independently for each spouse. 1 day prior to signing and notarizing the agreement, finally the husband came in with an attorney who was not a family law attorney. He advised not to sign. Could it be salvaged? Yeah, but at what cost emotionally for that couple? So are there any rules? Sure, the rules are good faith, honesty, and integrity. On the other hand, I believe in fully informed decision-making. You want an agreement that's durable. So while your perspective is reality, remember what Albert Einstein says, reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. When you need help, call me. Lili at wealthprotectionmanagement.com. Thank you.